Everybody, Elaine here. Today we're making Lasagna Bolognese, which is a family favorite. My mom had to make it for all our birthdays, except for me because I like cabbage rolls, but we always had lasagna for special occasions. So in the past, if you've seen my video, I always have the bolognese sauce in my freezer ready to go. So we don't have to do that. If you want the recipe, check out that video because it's a good one. And then now we're going to go to the stove and we're going to make a bechamel sauce, which is just a fancy word for white sauce with cheese. So come on over. I've already started the process. So in here, when you make bechamel sauce, you want to have equal parts butter and flour. So here I've already got the flour and the butter in there. So you just stir it together. And I've got about 4 cups of milk in here. I don't know if we're going to need it all, but we'll just start with that. We may even need more. So we're just going to add a little bit at a time so that we don't get lumps. And this will take a few minutes to do. And again, like every time we make anything together, I always say slow and be patient. Don't dump the whole thing of milk in there because it'll just be lumpy and it won't be very nice. So you want it to be nice and smooth. So once you get it into a consistency that there's no lumps, you can throw the milk in. Just throw a whole pile. So now we have to wait for this to cook. And it's very important when you're making white sauce or bechamel sauce is that you need to bring it to a simmer and almost a boil because you want to cook the butter. You want to take that taste of the butter away to make it taste nice. So what we're going to add to this, we're going to add more milk, but as we go, I have here Parmigiano Reggiano, but I also have some Borshon cheese. I had some in the fridge, so we're just going to do it. This is about 1.5 cups, lots of cheese. It's going to be really yummy. So we'll continue. I'm going to get rid of this now and use my wooden spoon. The whisk is good just to start off with so you don't have any lumps. And we're also going to add just a tad of salt and just a dash of pepper and also some nutmeg. Just that's it. You don't need lots of it. And now we just be patient. We're going to cook and cook and cook. This has been a favorite at our house. When our husbands, when they first came to our house for dinner, for the very first time, my mom would have lasagna. And my mom would say, do you want some more? Do you want some more? And they'd always say, oh yeah, sure. And they'd have like 2-3 helpings of it. And then came dinner. That was just an appetizer. So every time a new person was introduced to the family, the men in the family wouldn't tell that, be careful, there's a lot more food coming your way. So when I was a little girl, of course my mom taught me how to do this, but when I was a little girl, this was my job, stirring the bechamel sauce. And it was so boring. Can you imagine? 8-year-old and you're just stirring and stirring. Is it ready, Mom? And you think it's getting ready and it's thickening, it's starting to boil. And then Mom will plop in another bunch of milk and just going, ugh. But I'm really glad she made me do it and teach me the proper way on how to make this. So now you can see it's nice and thick, it's bubbling away, and it's been bubbling for a couple of minutes, so we're good to go. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble our lasagna. And you know, this is actually a really easy recipe to do, so try it. You know, you've got your bolognese sauce in the freezer. The only thing you have to make is the bechamel sauce, because that can't just sit around and it'll get all lumpy. And what I use, I don't buy the store-bought lasagna. You can do that, the packaged lasagna, but if you do that, you have to parboil it to al dente and sort of spread them out so they don't stick together. So I use fresh pasta. It's really beautiful. It's easy to find in any of your delicatessens or even at your supermarket in the deli area. So, oh yes. So first of all, before we do anything, I have this beautiful pan that I got for Christmas a few years ago. And to start off with, you're going to put just a layer of sauce on the bottom so it doesn't all stick. You don't need too much, just enough for a layer. And then you're going to put your pasta in, or your lasagna noodles. Ooh, that pan is hot. And then we're going to do about 2 cups or till it covers the pasta. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, take out the leaf. We don't need that in there. And also some bechamel or white sauce. So we're going to do this over and over again till we're got lots of layers. And also, don't forget your mozzarella. So I've got all this beautiful mozzarella shredded. So you're going to do a layer of that too. So that's your first layer. So you're going to continue doing this. We're making a big mess here. So now we put on 2 more layers, or 2 more sheets. Oops. Okay, so this is probably going to be our last layer. And I didn't mention before, when you get your pasta, this was a lot longer, so I trimmed it so that it would fit the pan properly. I forgot to tell you that part. And I do have, the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, so we're just finishing off the last layer. Lots of more, this is gonna be so cheesy and yummy. And I think what I'm gonna do too is just put a little bit more of Parmesan on top too. Can't have enough cheese. So here we go, in the oven, 350 degrees for about 25 minutes, or until it's all bubbly and brown. We'll be back. I can't wait to eat it. So I think our lasagna is ready. I'm just going to pull it out of the oven. It looks really nice. Check this out. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Don't cut into it right away, because right now it's just going to be all just mushy. Throw on a little bit of parsley. Voila, you'll love it. Buon appetito. Bye everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will be posting the recipes shortly. Take care everybody. Love you.